New chair. Nope. Got to stock up. Coronavirus. Got plenty of these though. What's going on, guys? Shooting Dave here. So good to see your faces. Hope you're all having a great week so far. Now today we're going to talk about what it is like to live in LA. 6 months I've been here with my wife Amy, and you know, life's changed quite a bit. So I figured let's get into it and we'll go through what it's like to live out in LA. Kind of like a 6-month review, if you like. Now, if you're new to this channel and you don't know what I'm about or what this channel's about, well, I'm a photographer from London that now lives in LA. That's right, I moved from London to LA. Now, if you want to know a bit more about that journey, then check out the link up here. There's plenty more inside that and it'll walk you through why we're here. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see a lot of happy, positive and relaxing stories. But what you don't see is the doubt, fear and struggle that goes with all of that. You see, it's not always just so clear cut. So I want to bring you guys a little bit in close so you can understand what it's like to live out here for 6 months. Now, our story is going to start off a little bit cheesy, so please do stick with me. One of my micro goals when I moved out here was to learn to skateboard again. I hadn't skateboarded since I was about 14 years of age, and just about everyone out here does it. So I figured I want to be part of that community and learn to skateboard myself. So one day, whilst in work, I decided I'm gonna get an Uber down to the nearest skate shop. There's a skate shop down by the beach. Perfect place. I'm gonna go down there and pick up a skateboard. Well, that was the plan. However, when I went inside the store, I was looking around, trying on a few different boards and having a go outside the back of the store. And I quickly realised that I was too old, too fat and too scared to skateboard. So I just, left, and I was trudging down the beach, embarrassed and feeling dejected. I went there to go and buy a board and I left with nothing, and I felt like a massive failure. Whilst walking down the beach, I stopped in my tracks. I thought, no, I wanted to get a skateboard. That's what I came here to do. So I turned around and confidently walked back towards the store. I strutted in, I made my selection, paid my money and left the store. Filled with dread and the lasting words from the shopkeeper, "No returns," I tentatively made my way down to the boardwalk and began to skate home. Now, I was terrified and terrible at skating, but I had something new to master. Well, okay, not master, but get better at. And I was totally fine with all of that. So why is this relevant to moving out to LA? Well, imagine if I was too nervous and too terrified to actually make the jump and move out here. We wouldn't really be in this situation. So that's why skateboarding is like moving to LA. So over the last couple of months, I've gradually got better at skateboarding. I now finally enjoy it and I find it really relaxing going down to the beach. It's actually now part of my weekend routine. So every Saturday and Sunday morning, I get up, go for a skate down the beach, down to Santa Monica, back down to Venice, and then back to the apartment before cooking breakfast burritos with my wife. Now that sounds like the perfect way, well to me at least, to start your weekend. So yeah, it's been great. So moving out here has been full of ups and downs, frustrations and victories. It's been incredibly difficult being treated as an alien, and at times things you take for granted back home become very hard out here, and it's very isolating and it can often leave you feeling extremely alone. But we're over that now. It's 6 months in and we feel much more established. All of those problems about trying to get credit and trying to get established and payroll and stuff like that, that's all taken care of now, so no more stress on that front. Amy's actually just got her employment agreement document through, which allows her to work. Unfortunately for us, coronavirus is currently rife, meaning that it's very hard for her to get an interview because no one wants to meet with her. Well, rightly so, because we've got to stop it from spreading. But yeah, that's been a massive frustration for us. So as soon as she's got a job, life will be very, very different for us. We'll have a much nicer lifestyle. We'll have much more available income, because right now we're both living off of my salary, and it's been a bit of a struggle, to be honest. Having to buy furniture, food, go out, do all those things. It's been very difficult and challenging on one salary, but thankfully most of the apartment has been taken care of. So, it's a lot easier now than it was. But yeah, the first couple of months were very, very difficult, specifically for me and living on one salary. And to be honest, she doesn't know this that much. I don't talk about it that much, but I'm extremely proud of my wife for, not working for 6 months. If you asked me to do that, I wouldn't last 6 days, let alone 6 months. So hats off to Amy. She's in the other room, she can probably hear what I'm saying anyway. So what is left to do to finally fully establish ourselves? Well, as I mentioned, Amy needs to get a job. We need to finish off the apartment. There's only really a few things left to take care of. The living room is basically sorted. We just need a few little pieces of accent furniture. The bedroom's the next big project for us because other than having a bed and 2 wardrobes, it doesn't really have anything else. I need to get my driver's license sorted and then get a car so that we can go on some pretty epic road trips, because right now a lot of our time is spent living around the local area, and that's fine, but you know, I like to get out on the road and go and explore some stuff. Okay, so what else is different from living in LA to London? Well, let's talk about social life. That's a little bit different out here. See, in London, I had an enormous group of friends, and to be honest, I miss them a lot. Every Friday night after work, we'd go to the pub and have a great time and hang out, and sometimes during the week as well. People don't tend to go lunchtime drinking in LA because a lot of people drive, and going for Friday night beers doesn't really exist. So Amy and I typically, when I finish work, we go get some food and cook up a nice meal and have a few drinks and watch a film or two. So that's been a bit of a change. We've made a few friends out here, but yeah, nowhere near on the scale that we had living in London. So socially it's a bit different, and it's a very different dynamic to how we're used to. And that goes for family as well. Like, we both miss our families immensely, and just not having access to them is pretty sad. I mean, thank God for things like WhatsApp and FaceTime where you can actually chat to people regularly. That's been great and a real help, but yeah, nothing beats actually seeing your family for real. So what other changes? Well, there's been a few lifestyle changes. So in London, like I mentioned, I used to go out drinking pretty much every Friday night, which meant that Saturdays were basically a write-off for me. Whereas now, like I mentioned with the skateboarding analogy, I actually go out and spend a lot more time outside, down by the ocean, and it's super nice, and I really wouldn't change that. And now I'm super excited as well, because there's a few other things that I want to master out here. I want to learn to surf, and I definitely want to learn to snowboard as well, so I could master the 3 boards. When I say master, I mean at least try. Yeah, so I can master the 3 board sports and, you know, just get outside and enjoy myself. There's a lot to see and do out here. I mean, this is one of the major reasons why we moved to California, is because you have the ocean, the mountains, the desert, the city. It's basically all on your doorstep. So yeah, we have a lot left to explore and a lot left to sink our teeth into. And once Amy's earning, that's going to be infinitely easier than it is right now, and especially when I've got my driver's license and our own car as well. So yeah, lifestyle is pretty good. I'm really happy with how it's changed and how it's shaping out and what is still yet to come. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Need another one. So at times it has been a bit sketchy out here. I mean, I do miss my family and I do miss my friends, but I'm overwhelmed by the possibilities out here, and I like the fact that I've got to master life out here, just like skateboarding. It's a little tricky and difficult in the beginning, but ultimately it makes it so much more enjoyable. That's really cheesy. I'm gonna say it. With more practice and persistence, I will conquer it. Oh god, that was... So that's all from me, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you've got anything you want to ask or say. I will be making a playlist up here, so if you want to check that out and you want to see how we got here and what the process was like, then yeah, check this playlist out here. Sorry. Anyway, that's enough from me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers. Oh, I fucking like this beer. Right, I'm out.